I did a video once on, it was titled New Glue. If you go down my page, you might see it. It's titled New Glue, and it's in reference to families that are in conflict. And it addresses the fact that when the matriarch or the patriarch of the family passes away, it's an excuse for the family to break apart. It's kind of like the family just staying together because the matriarch, the patriarch is still alive. And once that person passes away, now the family has an excuse to separate because they was only holding on for that person, right? And you make me think, like, I just saw another video about it, and I'm kind of like getting tired of hearing it because I'm like, do you want to fix it or not? Because we can all be in the amen corner with that. I'm pretty sure a lot of families can relate to that type of topic, right? We have division in our families, but don't you think that's a test? That's something for you to conquer. Like, we're so quick to run from conflict. Conflict is where you grow. And all conflict don't have to be like with aggression and anger and tension and all that. I think that's something we have to learn, how to be able to sit and hear each other's side of something, from a place of peace and from a place of love, man. But we so quick to either flip at somebody, and get belligerent and all that type of thing, or we choose silence and distance ourselves, which is even more harmful, if you ask me. And some people, I just can't deal with them. I can't deal with them. But you got to grow up with your family. People like, I just saw this guy on the video that triggered this post. He was saying how we used to go to grandmother's house and we was all together playing and all that. So you're going to deprive your children the opportunity to grow up with their cousins, right? Because you don't get along with your siblings or your cousins, right? You're going to deprive your children that opportunity. Go and create your own family, yeah. And I know in some families, it's necessary to separate yourself when it's just that toxic. But you were doing your family like you're actually doing more harm because you're disconnecting your children from their family. You had the opportunity. Y'all just didn't try to fix it. And even if you were the one to fix it, you know what I mean? Somebody got to do it, is all I'm saying. If you really care about keeping the family together, somebody got to do it. And I'm just happy to say, when it comes to my family, my mom and my dad's side, it's like we put in the effort to do that. Like, I'm close with my cousins on each side. My mom's side, I got one first cousin. He like a brother to us. My dad's side, all my first cousins, man, they like honorary siblings to me. You know what I mean? Like, it's just that genuine love. And my cousin on my mom's side, he like our little brother. I love that dude. That's how I feel about my cousins. So I feel like even that they come, we all still go be tight. You know what I mean? So I actually feel sad for the families that don't have that type of connection, man. But I know it's something y'all got to get through, man. If y'all really want y'all family to stay tight, and just look at them little ones that's watching y'all, how y'all handle conflict, how you think they gonna handle it. You know what I mean? Are you running from it, or did you really try? If you really tried, I understand. When you try, nobody join in to help you in that effort, it can get exhausting. You be like, I'm done. But if you're not trying, you really don't have an excuse. You actually are. You've added to that fight. You know what I mean? You didn't help at all. So, man, can we just squash that right there? That thing about when grandma died, whatever, the family fall apart, it's true. But what are you going to do about it to fix that conflict in your family? Don't run from conflict. It's a test. Everything in this life is a test. And our families are the toughest tests. The people closest to you challenge you the most. But then we run to other people. You know what I mean? To run from facing that challenge. And like I say, the challenge don't have to be all that yelling, hollering, screaming, and everything else. You know how they say, agree to disagree? You know what I mean? It ain't about keeping the peace. It's about everybody ain't going to have the same opinion about certain things. You know what I mean? Talk things out. Whenever you run from something, I believe in life, I believe this with everything in me. Whatever you run from, you go face it in another form. You run from it, you go to create another family, something go, you're going to have to face that some way, some form until you pass that test. So let's get to work while we're here, because that's what we're supposed to be doing here. We're supposed to be working, and we're really supposed to be helping each other. We're not supposed to be enemies with each other. That go for family, people you created a family with. Like if you have a baby mom, a baby dad, like a child's parent, there's not supposed to be no conflict in none of that. You know what I mean? Think about the next generation. They're watching us. They're watching us. You know what I mean? We can't make excuses and be like, and just come together. People crying when somebody dies. Like, this is the only time we get together. We got to do better. You say it in those moments, but they never do it. Props to the people that create moments, like have family reunions and create certain, dates during the year to be like, we getting together. This man, salute to the families. Like, I'm glad I got a family like that. You know what I mean? We get together, and my plan is as we get older to be able to continue to do that. You know what I mean? If not for me, but for my children, for them to be able to experience life with their family. You know what I mean? And yeah, we have friends and stuff that become family too, but you can't lose track of that bloodline, man. It's work to be done. Let's get to work while time permits. I got number love for you. Until next time, later.